Welcome to the musical practice workshop. Today, 11 contemporary chords. I'm going to play those chords in the key of D flat. D flat. One thing that we need to understand with the contemporary chords, by using the contemporary chords, we can make a simple song sound very interesting. That's why, if you look at a lead sheet, for example, you're going to see a melody and simple chords in the rhythm. So it's up to you. It is your job as a keyboard player to reharmonize on the melody notes on the lead sheet. Now, if you're using a complete arrangement, such as in a church, song book, now you're going to have in front of you a complete arrangement. Even in this case, you can still use your own harmonization. And then what you do, to do that, you need to focus on two aspects of the arrangement. Either you reharmonize on the melody, the melody notes, or you reharmonize on the bass line, because the bass line is basically the I would say the harmonization of the song. Is the foundation. Is the foundation of the song you're gonna play. So when it comes to harmony, so now if you we harmonize on the bass line, okay, now you're going to what you're gonna do now. You're going to use the functional diatonic elements in the key you're playing in. For example, I'm going to use the key of D flat. So if I look at the lead sheet or a church book, a hymnal, for example, I'm gonna just analyze it. I look at the bass line. I look at the melody notes, and I make a decision of which way I want to reharmonize the song, because anything between the melody and the bass line is somebody else's harmonization. Is somebody else's harmonization. Is somebody else's idea. That's not mine. So what I do, I just I just reduce the arrangement into two lines: the melody line and the bass line. Now it's up to me if I want to harmonize on the melody notes or on the bass line. if I reharmonize on the bass line, so I'm gonna use the functions of the functional notions in the key, in the major key that I'm playing in. So when we talk about functional roles of the chords, you're talking about uh, dominant, subdominant, you know, root. So that's what I mean when when I'm talking about functions. Okay. So it is to embellish your music. Okay. Then when you harmonize on the melody notes, now you're going to play the melody notes as the lead voices. Then you play intervals underneath them to reharmonize them. So that's when you reharmonize on the melody notes. But the on the bass line is a different story. It's one. Now you got to consider numbers 1 through 7 within your scale. Okay, dominant, subdominant, you know, root, and you have group of subdominant, group of root, and group of dominant. So that's functions of the diatonic functions within the major scale, the major scales. So yeah, so harmonization is some sort of a musician's identity. Okay, the way we harmonize your music, your audience, when you play, your audience know that you playing, because the way you harmonize it according to your feelings, to your personality. So two musicians harmonizing the same song, the results are going to be different, because we don't harmonize the same way, because we don't have the same feelings. We don't see the song. The song that we're looking at the lyrics. We're looking at the melody. The way I hear it, the way I feel about it is not the same way you may hear it or you may feel about it. So harmonization is personality. Okay, so we're gonna learn. Well, I'm gonna play 11 chords in the key of D flat, and those are contemporary sounding chords, and then maybe you can try to use them in your songs the way you want. So the first one is and I'm gonna play the bass, the root in the bass. It's gonna be G flat. Little volume here. Okay. This is G flat. So the first chord is with the melody note on top. Okay, because I am harmonizing on the melody notes, not on the bass line. So here's the root, G flat, and then I'm gonna play. That's G flat major 9. Okay. Now I'm gonna play E minor E flat. Well, G flat major 9 G flat in the key of D flat. Functionally that's number 4. Okay, that's number 4. So now I'm gonna play E flat minor 9. Okay, right here. E flat minor 9. Okay, functionally this is number 2 in the key of D flat. Now I'm gonna play F minor 7 flat 5. All right, here we go. F minor 7 flat 5 it sounds like this. Okay. F minor 7 flat 5 in the key of D flat. Functionally F is number 3 note. Okay. Now I'm going and again all those notes I just played are diatonic to the key of D flat. That means they belong to the key, to the D flat. But I'm gonna play a chord now that does not belong to the key of D flat. That means it is not diatonic to the key of D flat. And here's the chord. Okay, it's gonna be this one here. Let me play it up here. Okay, that's E minor add 6/9. So if you play D flat major scale, D flat Ionian mode, you're gonna see there's no E in it. There's no E in it. There's an E flat. E flat is diatonic to the key of D flat. But E is not diatonic to the key of D flat. But it does not mean that you cannot use it in your music. You can borrow it. But the only thing we know, it's just a visitor. Okay, so that's the chord, the non-diatonic chord. We just play E minor at 6/9. That's flat 3 in the key of D flat Ionian, well, D flat major. Now we're gonna play another chord. This one is gonna be A dominant 7 sharp 9 sharp 5, and it sounds like this. Okay. I'm gonna play it up here. Okay, that's A dominant 7 sharp 9 sharp 5 played in the key of D flat. Well, we don't have A in the key of D flat. We have A flat. So A dominant 7 sharp 9 sharp 5 is non-diatonic to the key of D flat. Okay, but we can still borrow it, okay, from whatever scale it is diatonic to make our music more contemporary, more interesting. Okay, the next chord now is going to be, okay, we just play A7. Okay, now I'm going to play A flat 9 suspended 4. That's A flat 9 sus 4. Okay, in this case, functionally that's the dominant seventh, or well, not exactly dominant. Well, okay, dominant. Let's call it dominant. That's a dominant chord in the key of D flat, because the dominant chord can become dominant seventh, dominant 9, dominant 13, and so on. So we just call it, okay, in the key of D flat, A flat is the dominant chord, is the 5, okay. Functionally is the 5, note number 5, chord number 5, which is a dominant. Okay. Now we're going to play another dominant, another A flat dominant type. Okay, because you can do that. You can play different you can play different chords of the same type. Okay. Yes. So I just played A flat 9 sus 4. Now I'm going to play A flat 13. Okay. A flat 13 flat 9. A flat 13 flat 9 in the key of D flat. So in the root I'm going to play, in the bass I'm going to play root A flat, and then A flat 13 flat 9. So I can just play, alright, let me play it over here. I'm going to play the C here. Alright, let me play C here. That's A flat 13 flat 9. Still note number 5 in the key of D flat major, D Ionian mode. So that's diatonic. It is diatonic to the key of D flat. Okay. Alright, so that's another aspect, another type you play of the same A flat chord. Okay, so now we can, I'm going to play a different type of the third, a different type of chord built on the third note in the key of D flat, which is F. So I am going to play F dominant 7 flat 9. Okay, so this is, let me play like this. Okay, so if I just play, I just played the A flat, and I played A flat 13 flat 9, and now from here I can play F dominant 7 flat 9. See, right here. F dominant 7 flat 9. Functionally, it is built on the on the third note on the third note of the D flat major scale. So the third, that functionally that is considered a root, just like the one root, and the third, you know, functionally is also a root. Okay, the whole, functionally the whole of anything that is built on the third is functionally is the root, just like the one and the six. Okay, that's functions. Okay, diatonic functions. So when you play your cadences, you use diatonic functions to play your cadences. Okay, so now I guess we have three more chords to play, and then they all three are based on the one, which is a D flat. Okay, so we're gonna play D flat major seventh. Okay, so I think I can play it right here. Right. Okay, the root, we play D flat right here. That's the root, and D flat major seven right here. D flat major seven. So then then if I raise, this is a C, and I play D flat major seven. Well, if I want to play just a regular D flat, try it. So I will raise C to C sharp, and that should give me D flat, regular D flat, regular D flat. Try it, and then lower it, and I get the major seven. I get the D flat major seven. Okay, now we're gonna play two more chords, both on both built on the one D flat. This one is gonna be D flat major 9. So play the D flat in the bass, and this is a D flat major 9. Okay. Okay. That's another chord. That's not D flat major 9. This is D flat major 9. Okay. Yeah. Alright, the last one is also built on the one. Remember, we are reharmonizing. We just imagine, just think of a lead sheet with melody notes on it, and we are reharmonizing on the melody notes. So the melody notes are on top of our reharmonization, on top of our chords. Okay, the lead voices. So the last chord to finish is going to be D flat. Remember, we play E minor at 9. Yeah, we did that, but I'm gonna play just D flat add 6/9. D flat add 6/9. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. I'm gonna play D flat. Remember, the bass. It has to be, the bass is at the bottom of everything, and the lead voice is at the top. That's the way I'm doing it. The bass, which is the root. I use the root in the bass. That tells me, you know, the my scale, the key I'm playing, okay? And then on top, I have the melody note. So if I have the bass, if I have the wood in the bass, I can imagine the bass player playing those notes, and then I got the melody note while the bass player is playing the bass notes, and I can reharmonize under the melody notes, underneath the melody notes. It's a very nice combination. So the last chord, D flat, in the bass. Okay. At 6/9, and it's gonna be this chord here. Okay. I made a mistake. Okay, let me do it again. Right there. Okay. Right there, right here. Okay, that's our last chord for today, which was D flat at 6/9, which is built on the 1. So until next time, have a good time, and keep playing, keep practicing with the musical practice workshop.